Well, Rensselaer police say a 77-year-old woman was killed by blunt force trauma to her head inside her apartment. They're now considering that death a homicide.
Police are not ruling out the possibility she was sexually assaulted as well. As News 18's Kelly Roberts reports, there are no people of interest or suspects in the case.
A murder in the city limits of Rensselaer hasn't happened in more than 30 years. Now this most recent murder, the murder of a 77-year-old woman, is giving the police a lot of questions.
Well, I think any time a 77-year-old woman dies from blunt force trauma, it could be described as brutal.
A well-being check Thursday night of 77-year-old Trula Alliss is now a homicide investigation. Rensselaer Police Chief Jeff Phillips says officers found Alliss dead inside her apartment on Beamar Drive. Autopsy results determined Alliss was murdered.
The best way I can describe it is blunt force trauma to the head area.
With no suspects or people of interest, police are trying to figure out what led to Alliss's death. Phillips says police do not know if it was a random act or if the person who committed the crime knew the victim. Family members tell News 18 Alliss was frail and walked with a walker. Phillips does not know if someone targeted her because of her frail condition.
You'd hate to think that somebody targeted a 77-year-old female, but who knows for sure until we get a little closer and a little more in-depth into the case.
The Jasper County Sheriff's Office is helping with the investigation. Phillips says officers are continuing to scan the scene of the crime, especially since the snow has melted, to find clues. For now, increased patrols are in the area of the apartment.
We're going to increase our presence down there, so we are going to talk to most of the neighbors, even if they're just coming or going, and it may be the second or third time that they get talked to, but we want to make sure we don't miss anything.
I spoke with Trula's family over the phone. They are staying out of the media, even an obituary in the newspaper, until this case is solved. They described her as a heartwarming woman. In Rensselaer, Kelly Roberts, News 18.
Rensselaer police are expecting results in the next day from lab tests on evidence, including answers on whether Trula Alliss was sexually assaulted.